even know that Nars came through with a new product. This is a light reflecting eye brightening, and we have to see what's up with it. This is going to illuminate the under eye area for an instantly awakening look with brightenings that last up to 24 hours. Advanced makeup skincare hybrid that gives the illusion of a dramatic lift by targeting dark circles and dullness. It's creamy, greasy resistant texture, glides on sheer, buildable coverage, and it's going to give you a naturally luminous effect while the skincare loving ingredients help improve the skin elasticity, straighten the skin barrier, and lock in moisture. It sounds like a very yummy concealer. This is made in Canada. It's $34. We are paying high-end makeup price, so it better be good. And in here we're getting 6 grams. This is only available in 6 shades, and I say only because I do wish that they had more shades. In my opinion, the 6 shades that they have available, they're not even all that. The undertones, they're a little bit off. Like, I actually had a really hard time picking my shade because I didn't like any of the shades. So at the last minute, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick up Golden Eye because all the other shades, they're not gonna look good on me. And that's not a good thing at all because I obviously got this for review purpose, but I think for my personal views, I would have skipped it just because of the shades and the undertones. So Nars, we have to fix that. But we're not gonna judge it yet until we try it out. And that's not a good thing at all because I obviously got this for review purpose, but I think for my personal use, I would have skipped it just because of the shades and the undertones. So Nars, we have to fix that, but we're not gonna judge it yet until we try, because it's always like that, or at least with me, it's always those things that I didn't really want that at the end I end up loving the most. I already have my foundation on. I'm wearing the Hourglass, and I did prep my under eyes. I'm using the Fenty Skin Eye Cream that I love, just so you know what I have at the bottom of this. And I'm gonna be picking a little bit up with the Morphe and Makeup by Airbrush. This one is the 819. We can wear this in multiple ways, and I'm gonna show you all of them. You can wear this alone, like I'm about to do right now, for a natural sheer look. It's basically like a lightweight, light coverage concealer. And I'm gonna apply most of the product right here and right here, where I have like the most dark circle. And then now with my lovely Rare Beauty concealer brush, I'm just gonna blend this out. And I'm doing this very softly, like I'm barely pressing down on my eye because I wanna get the most coverage. So I'm keeping the product where it is, but I'm diffusing the edges. See? Perfect. Now whatever I have left on my brush, I'm gonna just drag it down a little bit. Wow, that looks nice and really, really brightening with and without, and this is by itself. The formula, it's really thin, lightweight, and it blends like butter. It's natural. It's light coverage, but it's really like making my under eyes stand out because it's really brightening. Now let's set it so we can see how it looks with powder, and I'm gonna be using my Holy Grail powder from Palmograph, but instead of using the light shade, I'm gonna be using this yellow one so we can neutralize it a little bit. This is how it looks a few minutes after I applied it. It is creasing, but very, very little. Like it's barely creasing. I'm gonna pick up the powder with my brush, and let me go back with the brush to make sure that we don't have no creases, because we can't have any type of lines before we apply powder, or they will chill you all day long. So this is how it looks with powder. I'm really impressed with the shade because I didn't think I was gonna like it at all, and it actually looks really freaking good. It is a big difference. Look how much it got rid of the darkness, the dark circles, the puffiness, and all of that. This looks so smooth and perfect, solid, soft, and only with a little bit of product. I really didn't think it was gonna do this much. I mean, date and night. Now that I have this eye looking this good, this one looks really bad. For the other side, I'm gonna apply first my concealer. I'm gonna be using this one from Natasha Denona. And then on top, we're gonna go in with the Nars. So in this side, I'm just gonna do what I always do. Let's blend it. And this is the shade N4. And of course, in this side, we're gonna have a lot more coverage because this concealer from Natasha Denona, it's full beat. I switched brushes to the BK Beauty 110 just to diffuse it a little bit better because a little bit of this concealer goes a long way. And then now with the same brush, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of this one from Nars and I'm gonna apply right on top. A little bit right here and a little bit right here. And of course, I apply a little bit less than what I used on this side because I'm mixing it with my concealer and I don't need that much. It did blend it really nice with the Natasha Denona concealer. It looks smooth. It didn't give me a hard time. It didn't get patchy. Now let's use the same powder, same shade from Pomegranate. I'm gonna pick it up with the same brush from Sonia G. And boom. I'm not sure if I'm loving it. I don't know what it is, but those two shades, they're not doing it for me. I mean, it looks great. And you see a lot of the darkness peeking through. That's crazy. I do really like it right here though. A lot. And I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it from over there, but I looked really close with my magnifying mirror. And I even have some separation going on right here and right here. And it looks a little bit dry. Okay, we have a dilemma. I wasn't going to give this concealer a second chance just because I don't like the way it looked with my Natasha Denona concealer. That I know this concealer, it's bomb. So I was a little skeptical because in my mind, I'm like, damn, if this didn't work with this, I don't think it's gonna work with any other concealer. But I changed my mind. We're gonna give this baby a second chance. So I removed the Natasha Denona concealer from this side. And now we're gonna try this out again, but this time with something a little more like coverage, more lightweight, like this concealer from Huda Beauty. I don't know, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this one, it's a little bit too full coverage, too thick to mix it with this one. We never know. So let's put a little bit of this one from Huda Beauty on. And you already know that I love this concealer so much. I only need about that much, especially because I'm gonna be using it with the new one from Nars. Oh shit, you know what's good that I just noticed? That now that I'm about to blend this in this side, we're gonna be able to compare these two babies right here. And you know that I love this concealer for the natural glimpse, for the makeup no makeup vibes, for when I'm doing errands or when I'm doing nothing, that I'm just sitting in my house, but I want my under eyes to look flawless but natural at the same time. And that's a good thing because I'm also loving this new one from Nars for the same type of vibes. So let's see which one looks better overall, which one looks prettier. Let's compare the shades and let's see which one got more coverage. This one from Huda, it is the shade 03. See, I need more product when it comes to this one from Huda. I always have to build it up a little bit. Like this one from Nars gave me this coverage from the get-go. I didn't build it up. When it comes to the consistency of this one from Huda, of course, this one it's cream, so it is a little bit thicker than this one. That's one thing that I can tell you that I'm liking from the one from Nars, that a little bit goes a long way. Also, this one from Nars, it's cream, so of course it's gonna be a little thicker than the one from Huda. I'm actually very happy that I'm comparing these two concealers because this one from Huda, it is one of my favorites, one of the ones that I've been using the most when it comes to natural concealers. So now that Nars came through with this one with the same natural vibes, I'm excited to find out which one is better. And I already blended the one from Huda, and are you seeing what I'm seeing? This looks better. It's funny how you get hooked with one product and then the other one comes out and it ends up being better than the other one that you were in love with, and you're like, what the heck was I thinking? I swear that if the products could talk, they'd be like, bitch, are you selling me out? I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love my concealer from Huda so freaking much. I still have to set it, so that will make it look a little bit better. But in this side, I mean, it is what it is. We can definitely see the darkness and a little bit of my dark circles peeking through, something that we don't see in this side with the one from Nars. And also I am noticing in this side everything looks fuller, there's no dip. You do see a little dip right here, and I don't know, everything right here looks just like better, more solid, softer. So now we're gonna apply a little bit of the Nars right here on top of the one from Huda. I'm gonna pick it up with the same brush, a little bit right here and right here, just to brighten it up. And then of course, now I'm gonna have a lot more coverage. But you see how it immediately makes my under eye look so much more brighter. So now I'm just gonna finish up my under eyes, and I'm just blending a little bit of shadow down there. I did notice, I'm sure you also notice it, that I had like a little tiny bit of creasing going on. That's one of the reasons why we always have to finish up the lower lash and apply a little bit of shadow right here. I always like to bring it a little tiny bit more down than normal, just to hide that situation under the eyes. Let's give this face a little bit of definition because we're looking pale. And then I'm about to tell you what I think about it. I'm gonna be using my House Labs bronzer. I haven't used this in a minute. I have so many bronzers that it's a mission and a half every time I have to freaking pick up a blush, pick up a bronzer, because I literally have to start using my shit, because I have like a few products right here in front of me that is the ones that I always grab, the ones that I use every day, just because if now, I spend freaking too much time trying to figure out what products I'm gonna use. The one that I used on my face was the shade Stoked, and then now I'm gonna be using Toasted for my nose, because this is the perfect shade for nose contour. So it's like gray, but it's not ashy. And it's not warm at all, so it's gonna give you the perfect shadow. Look at that. I'll bring you closer because I want you to see how this combo looks under the eyes after I apply powder, and the same exact thing that happened with the Natasha Denona, it's happening again with this concealer. See how it's separating? And it's like cracking in some spots, but you can see it right there. You know, but then in this side that we're only wearing this with nothing else, look how beautiful it looks. It's not giving me any type of problems, and it is a little bit more noticeable in person. So I don't really like this mixed in with concealer. We're gonna leave it right here. I already tried it with two concealers, two different formulations, and I don't like the way it looks. But I do really like the way it looks by itself on its own as a light coverage concealer. I'm sure that if I can see it, you see it too. But you see that even from here, you can actually tell that this one alone, it's giving me a little bit more coverage and it looks a little fuller than these two together. See? Look. This one looks better. Is this a must-have? I don't think that you have to rush and go spend your money right this second. But if you're looking for a natural light coverage concealer that is gonna give you a little some when it comes to the coverage, but at the same time, it's gonna look like your natural under eyes, but better. I think this one did a great, amazing job at correcting my under eyes. It got rid of my dark circles, the puffiness. It gave me a lot of brightness. It made make my under eyes look awake, and you're not gonna see any of the darkness peeking through this concealer, which I really appreciate that, because you know that this is not like the most full coverage concealer. It's not even medium. I mean, when it comes to a coverage, it is really light, but at the same time, it got rid of everything that needed to get rid of. And I love that when I look at myself in the mirror really closely, I can actually see my skin peeking through. Of course, minus the things that we don't want to see, but this concealer has no texture. So this is going to look beautiful on every type of under eyes. If you have fine lines, wrinkles, dry under eyes, you're going to love this. If you were never able to use the first one they came out with, which looks like this one, but the top it's black, because that one is just way too dry, then I do recommend you to get this one. I'm talking to you guys already for a minute, telling you what I think about the concealer, but I came up really quick to show you again how much more this side has crease. This is the side that I have both of the concealers, the one from Huda and the Nars, and look at this. I mean, I only had it on for not even 30 minutes. This with a skin tint, it's gonna look chef kiss. I'm actually gonna try this and this together the next time. It got the perfect amount of hydration. It's not too hydrating to the point that it's going to emphasize your under eye texture, your wrinkles, your fine lines. You can even wear this without foundation for those days that you don't want a ton of makeup, but you still want your under eyes to look presentable, because you don't want to walk around with your dark circles up to here. This is gonna help you out a lot. It was easy and quick to apply. It blends like butter. The only thing is that you do have to set it with a little bit of powder at least, because remember, it's cream. If you don't set it, it will slip and slide, and it's not gonna be super long lasting. I was editing and I stopped really quick to tell you something. I'm still wearing the same concealer, but of course, right now I had it on already for like 11 hours, maybe more than that, and I am wearing a filter because I haven't stopped. I haven't been able to take my makeup off. I'm tired. The concealer doesn't look good no more. I mean, nothing. I'm just done. So this concealer, it's not something that is gonna be super long lasting. It's not gonna last you crazy amount of hours, and I do want you to have that in mind. But again, it doesn't claim to be super long lasting. This claims to be a natural sheer coverage concealer, eye brightener, and that's exactly what it gives, you know? So it's perfect for the everyday, for just light things, because after 5-6 hours, this concealer is gonna start looking like, okay, I'm done. I just wanted to let you know that. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this new eye brightening? Do you like it? You don't like it? Let us know. And if you liked and enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I love you to the moon and back. Mwah! See you on the next one.